Welcome back to Electronics Basics video #2 by Tech Pointer, and in this video you will learn about the Arduino Uno R3 board and its perspective pins through which you can do a very simple project and start off with your first electronics project. So with this board only I will show you many projects that I have been doing these months for you all. So let's start off with the pin identification video. So let's start it. So returning to the video of training and the pin identification of Arduino Uno. So this is the basic board that you have to get hands on to start off your first electronics project. So you need to identify all the pins and know the functionalities of all the pins. So and get to know about the functions and the registers and all that programming part. You have to know this and so on, and then only you can start off with a project. So first of all, let's see the board and how it looks. So this is the board that is used for the electronics projects, right? And so you can see this board. This is the main pin and the main IC of this board. This is the heart, you can say also, of this board. And this is the DC power jack from which you can supply here 7 volts to 12 volts safely to the board, and it would get stepped down by this voltage manager transistor and this IC to 5 volts and 3.3 volts logic levels for this hard IC. And so these are the digital input output pins. This is the analog pin. Here you can see the analog pins. Yes, it is here, analog in. You can see this A1, A0, A2, A3 and till you can get A5. And this is the power section pins from which you can give the power input directly to the main chip. And this is the reset pin, you can see it here. If you want to reset your flash memory, then you have to press this pin for some few seconds and then the flash memory will get reset. And this is the programming on the flash pin from which you will be able to program this board. And I will show you the USB cable. For you all, I will show you. This is the cable that is used for flashing the memory, or the program that you want to run on your Arduino is transferred from your PC to the board by this cable, and you have to have this cable if you want to transfer the program. And getting back to the board, so let's start off with the identification of the digital pins. So here is the array of the digital pins. So if you want to start off with your programming, then you have to first know the registers to how to start off with the programming. So that will be a topic of another video of mine. First of all, if you can notice it very clearly, then there is some dashed lines on some of the pins for here, here and these 3. So there are 5 digital pins which are capable of giving you out a PWM signal or pulse width modulation signal, or this signal can be used for controlling the speed of DC motors, the duty cycle of how to turn on and off the LED, and various other works can be done by this fancy PWM signal, which is very tough to generate, or you will need very hard programming for the generating of these signals. And for the remaining part, you will get normal input output pins which can't generate PWM signals but can do most of your input output job for your project. And here is the next is the analog pin. Here you can see this A0, A1, A2, A3, A4, A5. There are 6 analog pins in this board you get, and in this analog pins you can give some analog signals, like you can enter the resistance from a potentiometer, you can change the capacitance of a capacitor, variable capacitor, and do a lot of things in the analog mode. So there is an ADC, or the analog to digital converter, and in the digital pins there is a DAC, digital to analog converter, which can transform the digital signals that you provide in the board to the analog signals of 5 volt or 3.3 volt levels, and also from these pins you can convert the 5 volt and 3.3 volt logic levels to the digital 1 or 0 outputs and inputs. And these at last is the power section pins, from which you will be able to get power from the IC, and also you can give directly the power to the IC at 5 volt levels and also in the 3.3 volt levels. There is 2 ground pins, one V input pin for 20 volt level limit and 1 pin for 5 volt and 3.3 volt pin for 1, and there is also an analog reference pin which is used for reference of the voltage levels you are using. And here at the pin 13 you can see there is an LED for which you can use for as an indicative LED for your programming. And the very first project I will show you is an LED blink, which is another video, and then you will see that what is the utility of this LED. So with this you come to an end with the pin identification, and at last I will give you an example of how to connect a pin to a device. So let's see it. So here is one of the circuit boards or the playground boards that I have with me. So here are the jumper pins. So I take this pin and plug it in one of the pins, like here you can see this. You have to take this pin and just plug it in and it's done. So that's how a pin is connected to an Arduino board, and I disconnect it here, and with this the video comes to an end. Thanks for watching my video of this Arduino trainer. So please like it and give a comment in the comment section below what you have missed and what you couldn't understand. I will let you understand in my comment section, and please get in touch with me with my contact number and email address that I have given down on the video description section. You can contact me anytime for any doubts that you have with this video. And please, if you have liked my video, share them, and if you have not still subscribed to my channel, please subscribe it and do give it a share, and also don't forget to click the bell icon for getting my videos at the first only. So be creative, and I will see you next time.